All right, yo, check it out. We're hanging here, man, in the Label Lounge here at Vegas, man, at the Magic Trade Show. And I'm with one of LA's notorious, Mr. Eddie, well known as Fast Eddie. Yo, Eddie, talk to us about your shop, man.
Uh, it's basically it's a new take on, I guess, streetwear lifestyle, mixing what I come from, which is the automotive background. So it's very greaser, very mechanic, very rockabilly, but mixing that with the street culture element.
Tell me a little bit about some of the art and artistic people you bring to your shop.
Well, I graduated from Art Center and with a transportation design degree. So my collective, we're called the So-Sos, and we're all designers in our own right, whether it's automotive, graphic, or we build hot rods, whatever. And so we just wanted to showcase the talent that we could provide. And so the show is basically heavily automotive influenced. And so the show was called Tail Lights and Tire Smoke. And so it was a mix of that and, whether it be, streetwear designers, graphic designers, it's just a basic love for transportation, anything on wheels, and it just reflects the shop, and so that's what it was about.
What kind of other events do you guys have coming up in the future that we can go check out?
We're basically going to do a Tail Lights Tire Smoke Part 2, and that will actually also be the official launch of Alyasha's brand, Fiber Ops, in the U.S., and that's about it.
So tell me, what influenced you? Like, what like when you were like a kid, man, you're like, yo, this is what I want to do. What was like some of your heroes?
Basically, when I was growing up, it was any TV show with cars in it. So anything from like Knight Rider to Dukes of Hazzard to like A-Team, anything that had an automotive presence, I was just really drawn to. But also at the flip side, you had somebody like Miami Vice, like Don Johnson was a cool cat, and there was just like really cool cars in it. So just that kind of drew me into it. And then as I got older, into a teenager, you get into graffiti, then you get into just the lifestyle aspect and the culture, and then and then I just decided to put the two together, and so.
And do you see that industry growing more? And how different is that from like the dub industry?
Well, the dub industry, I mean, as it has its own thing and it's very cool. And obviously it takes a heavy influence from like hip hop and rap music and things of that nature. But like a core automotive aspect is very mechanical and tech based. And so you look at it from the cultural lifestyle aspect, they're not really there. They'd rather shop at Walmart and buy something cheap. And so I just thought that my shop could basically teach both sides right. So if a cat came in, wanted to look at the clothes and they don't really know about the cars, and they could learn something that way. Vice versa, if they want to come get something done to their car, they can check out, oh, you got these clothes and things like that. And so it's kind of helping both sides out at the same time.
So that's really interesting, man, because I understand both sides of it. You're kind of doing like a mixed media type of thing where you're bringing the art and you're bringing like the automotive parts and you're kind of bridging it together and kind of creating a subculture within a culture.
Very much so, yes.
And how big is that following?
It's still very, really small. I mean, if you look at right here, it's pretty segregated. I mean, you got Lucky 13, you got Rocksteady, and there's a clear, definitive boundary. And then you got, the street culture and all the streetwear and the clothing over here. And so we take the aspect of, let's bridge it together, but kind of do both sides right. You know what I mean?
It's really interesting, Eddie, because a lot of people that I've interviewed today, man, they've been really talking about bridging gaps, man, and it just seems like that's where we are. What do you think about that?
I just think that's a reflection of society in general. I mean, you look back then, in the 90s, there was a definitive background. Like, you were like a backpack kid, or you're like the skate kid, or you're like, the grunge kid. But now it's like, it's all mixed up. You got the hipster is the perfect example. You go to Silver Lake, you got kids wearing like super skinny jeans with like an April 77 jacket, but they're wearing like Nike Dunks, and so that's just a reflection of the culture. And the kids can listen to I'll listen to some Coenga Boogie stuff, but then I'll also get down to some metal, I'll listen to some hip hop and whatever. And so it's a sign of the times.
Well, you know what, man, Eddie, I got to give you big props because I've been to your shop before, man, and I saw the mixture. I saw a lot of the influential people hanging out there. You gave me love, we stopped and rap a little bit, and I appreciate you coming by the Label Lab, man, hanging out, man, and giving us some love on this interview, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. So this is your boy AJ once again, man, with Fast Eddie, man, LA-based homeboy, chilling it, keeping it real. Signing out. Peace up.